Na on the other side na watu wangu wameka hapo. Ashley alikuwa na dance leo, sijui kumeendaje ama it's 2018 things.
Coming talent.
Coming talent.
Sitting cool talent.
Ile set ya kwanza
Lakini sasa hivi manzi
zetu ni za huko.
haina shida. Ashley I'll teach you music. Kwanza leo ndakufunza music za 2018 tukienda.
Hivyo.
Au sio? Jackson, take it away.
hapo sawa man. Unaweza bonga na sisi at The Fix TV Show on Facebook, Twitter and IG. Na pia Hope TV Kenya, Facebook and Twitter, Hope TV_KE on IG. Unaweza tuma SMS 2223 Twitter koska 6 bob peke yake. Stream online www.hopemediakenya.org is the platform. And remember to use the hashtag The Fix as you do that. You know, The Fix Vibe is all about informing you what's happening in Kenya, Africa and around the world. Na kama kawa, you know, timu yetu ya nguvu tumeanza tena mwaka mpya na kishindo, Richie na Ashley.
Yes.
Na unaweza mpata at
Richie Okech pale Twitter, Richard Okech Instagram na Richard Okech Facebook pia.
Yep.
Consistency.
Is key.
Alafu Ashley.
Ash Mutiso Twitter, Ash Mutanu Instagram, Ashley Mutiso Facebook.
Yep. And Double
Kama kawa DJ Double O, that is DEEJAY DOUBLEO.
Waambie jina yako ya Facebook.
Kwanza Facebook ukienda hapo kuna kitu ili happen, so follow to page DJ Double O kwa all platforms, Instagram, Facebook na Twitter. Ashley sinianze.
Ashley mwanzo choma picha hapa.
Kuchomero sasa.
Utajuaje labda
Fire 2018.
Fire and Fury. Anyway, remember to mimi at Jackson Graham on Twitter and IG and Jackson Otieno on Facebook. Tuingia kwa mswe wetu Trump tulikuwa tunaongea about him, you know. And he just decided to attack protection on immigrants. You know, he made some very nasty comments about people from Africa.
And Haiti.
And Haiti, yes, that's right. Yeah, man. What do you think about it? Let's start with you, Ashley.
You know what? Let me tell you. It's not surprising. The guy is racist, and we all know it. So it's not something like we'd say, oh my goodness, today Trump said that about us. It's quite expected that he would say something about that. But what I would say about Africans, one thing that I've noticed, of course we have Africans who are like, that was the wrong thing to say, which is right. You know, one thing I remember as a child, my mother used to say, I cannot beat you in front of other children when you do something wrong. But when you get into the house, I will beat you for your mistake.
Yeah.
So as Africans, instead of us saying, oh yes, our countries are what he's saying, let's protect the dignity of our countries and then sort our problems back at home.
Yeah.
That is the biggest issue I have with Africans on this.
Okay.
So, Trump, that's his own opinion, but that does not make us what he says.
For me, it's unfortunate, but the leader of the free world has the audacity to say such things. I mean, he came out earlier today and said he did not say such things. It's just that his comments were tough, quote unquote. And now you're wondering, it's not a he said, she said type of thing. Is that what the White House has been reduced to, you know? Yeah. But at the end of the day, it is very, very unfortunate. And as Anderson Cooper put it, the many people in Haiti and African countries have gone through far much more than Trump ever will go through. Have withstood so much, have always had to sustain themselves to be strong in the midst of all the strife and the civil issues that they go through. And then this is what Trump says. And remember, his resort down in Miami, where many Haitians live, is really technically being run and supported by many Haitians on minimum wage.
I know.
And he has the audacity to say such things about them.
And also specifically say that he would rather have immigrants from Norway. I'm like, wow.
He's just basically saying he'd rather have white immigrants because in Norway it's white people.
It's just white. It's like one of the whitest countries.
Black people. That's just basically what he's saying.
It's pretty unfortunate, man. Believe it or not, there's a country called Myanmar. We talked about it last year.
Oh, yes.
And there are people in Myanmar called Rohingya. Rohingya. People may think it's the country, but it's the people. And these people, you know, have been highly discriminated in that country, you know. I mean, I've seen photos and videos of their homes being burnt down, you know, and people being murdered by the military and all that. It's not a cool thing. Now, what's happening there is that there are Reuters journalists, actually two of them, were detained for acquiring confidential information illegally. Yeah, and it's caused outrage. I saw Bill Clinton tweet about it, and you know, a couple of world leaders, you know, Kofi Annan, you know, and a couple of other guys talk about it. What are your thoughts about that, especially on regards to press freedom?
I think one thing world leaders should understand is that democracy is not a global preserve, and freedom of speech, as people famously quote Idi Amin, I don't know whether it's true or false, that he said, I guarantee you freedom of speech, but I do not guarantee you freedom after. Speech. It is a case that we need to come to terms with, because I think freedom of speech is a very elusive concept, and the freedom of the press more so is also a very elusive concept, based on context and the nature of the country we're in. Places like Myanmar, we've known they have tyrants, rulers.
That's right.
And it is difficult for you to speak ill of a tyrant and expect them to applaud you for your profession. It is not going to happen. So, in as much as we know we are living in a progressive world, and it's 2018, people should not be jailed for such things. Information is accessible to just about everyone nowadays. So the freedom of the press should be safeguarded, but they should also be careful to what extent they go based on their countries. That's why we have people like Snowden who are very clever.
I know.
Because you see, you just seek asylum, but you say everything.
Everything,
you know,
while you are protected.
You know no one is going to do anything to you, so you say every single thing.
Interesting. Let's move to South and North Korea. You know, they haven't talked for 2 years, you know, and now after 2 years, I mean, now it's when they have decided to initiate some talks. What are your thoughts about it? Especially the fact that Kim Jong-un, you know, has launched and tested several missiles. And North Korea, you know, have been really scared, in Japan next door, about what's happening. What are your thoughts, Ashley?
You know, one thing, I feel like, you know, the whole debacle between Kim Jong-un and Trump, and how childishly they're solving these issues via Twitter and throwing words at each other. I think one sober person should come into the picture, and that is South Korea for me. So I think it's something necessary. If they can quench the fires on Kim Jong-un, that would be very good, because as far as you're concerned, the leader of the free world is making things worse by the day.
So much worse. But I think, for me, the most interesting thing I spotted in these talks is that they actually have a ministry specifically dedicated for reconciliation between the two countries.
Which I think is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
They are
But
neighbors, man.
It's very interesting, you know.
And they have a ministry
that
for
is receiving
reconciliation.
resources
For
to
reconciliation. But let's see how it goes with the Olympics. I know North Korea is planning to send a team together with South Korea for the Winter Olympics. Then that's forming basis of the talks, because you know you need to organize how you're going to go for these games. And then now let's see how it will progress towards the political angle of it. And as Ashley is saying, is South Korea going to be the sober-minded, say, little brother or half-brother between Kim Jong-un and President Trump? Let's just see. I mean, it's good for them to start these talks after 2 years of not talking. And then hopefully they'll come to a very, very reasonable consensus on the way forward as both countries.
Good stuff, man. Coming back home, if you're planning to travel this year, maybe you're planning to go for a holiday or whatever, on Thursday, KQ launched the direct flight from Nairobi to New York, you know. Starting October, I think, 26 or something. Yeah, and price 90,000. You know, early tickets, you can actually get them. What are your thoughts about this?
Early tickets at 90K.
Yeah, I wanted your comment.
Let me start on that. Because let me tell you,
you can get a return now at that price.
Yeah, we should get a return at that price, not a one-way ticket.
Honestly,
you know what? They need to recoup some of the money they've lost.
You know, I actually checked yesterday. You can get a return ticket now at 84,000 Kenya shillings. If you book early, right?
If you book early,
So for me to book one way, 90,000 October.
And you can only fly in October.
But you see, the thing with Kenyans is that we're also not planners. A lot of people around the world who plan holidays and trips. They plan at least 6
years.
months or 6 months to 2 years before. You're able to book tickets, hotels, and everything. That is why if you book now, you get that return ticket for 84,000. But a typical Kenyan, 1 week to the flight in Huyo. Tickets ni how much?
But the positive thing, at least in a happen.
That is a good
your
flight,
your duration, eh?
Your duration. And
Double O of Kriya.
I think on this panel, Double O and I are probably the only ones who haven't been.
I've just been looking at you guys. You know, I thought 90K is okay. There's another prize.
Frequent flyers, man. These guys are frequent flyers.
I know the way Jackton has just said. I was looking at the internet. I saw you could buy a ticket at 84,000.
I mean,
okay.
But to look to prepare for the fixture, so do we have to
happening?
find out information?
It's a good thing. I'm just hoping our friend back there hataleta shida, lakini it's all good. It's a good.
We are still in his good books as far as we are concerned.
We are the
a little generalized, but bado specifically Kenya hana shida nyingi na sisi.
Oh, it's a good step, man. It's a good step.
Stage ya Nambia.
Nambia.
Anyway, wacha tumalize story leo, tumalize segment na our interesting story of the week. There's a guy called, what's his name? Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a serious controversial star, and he does amazing videos. He has 15 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. You can check, man. You can imagine how much money he's making. I don't know how many billions of dollars.
He was actually ranked the highest paid YouTuber of 2017.
That's right.
Or one of the highest.
And he is only 22 years old.
They pay you $1 per 1,000 views. So you can calculate how much he gets.
Like $4 billion or something.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, so he put up a video, in just trying to push the boundaries to get more views and all that. So he put up a video and had a bad scene of someone,
a dead person.
Someone who committed suicide.
A suicide, like it's a forest.
A forest.
Suicide is
forest.
allowed. So they came across someone who just committed suicide, and they start joking around his
Imagine
body.
and filming it. What is that?
Yeah. But do you guys think? Don't you see how weird it is that
I
they
know.
actually have
A suicide forest. That was first of all, that was me. I was like,
like
if
people
it was
go there
Kenya,
to take their lives.
But YouTube, had to come out, because YouTube is not regulated. It's just like any other platforms. It's very difficult to regulate that kind of content. People can upload anything. Some would upload pornographic material. It's very difficult. But now they had to cut their ties with him.
He even deleted his
page,
and
did an apology. What lesson is there to draw even as we close? Especially for young guys, to be responsible with what you post.
In the pursuit of views
and fame.
This life, views, Instagram likes, retweets are really determining how many young people, even older people now, live their lives. You need to stay true to who you are. As they say, stay woke.
Stay woke, man.
Stay woke.
I think it's just also applying a lot of wisdom in what you post online. And being sensitive. Like, we also have the same issues in Kenya where there's an accident and people post photos of dead people and the family probably hasn't gotten to know about it. It's just about being sensitive and being wise when you're posting some of these things online.
Good place for us to wind up, man. Thanks for making time. Stay woke.
Stay woke.
Engage with us at The Fix TV Show on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. Remember to use the hashtag The Fix, SMSs 22232, and kama kuna mse bado diaspora, ndio maybe ameamuka ama ako shughuli kidogo, waambie wanaweza stream online www.hopemediakenya.org.